Sentry is all about letting developers ship safer code, and feature flags are great for that because when you ship code and it goes wrong, you can disable it just as fast. But feature flags don't help you actually fix the breaks in the code that your users are experiencing. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can bring feature flags into Sentry and get all the context from Sentry to help you fix issues and get users back up and running. Let's check it out. I've shipped a new version of my application, and if I head over into the Sentry Developer Toolbar, I can go into the issue section and I can see an error issue has already been created for me. If I go in, I'm dropped right into that issue view that lets me understand the problems happening inside of my application right now. I can see a clear description of what's happening error-wise, and I can see all of the events and individual users who are impacted by this problem. On the timeline view, I can see the feature flags that have been used to roll out this change, and if I click and drag, I can zoom in on specific time ranges. I can see a flag change happened, and right afterwards, a ton of events started coming through. If I scroll down on the page, I can see the feature flags view, and that the site relaunch flag is true and showing as suspect, which means the system thinks that this flag is part of the problem. If I click in on this, I'm dropped into a search that's specific for that feature flag, so I can see all of the issues that pertain to that specific flag. Inside of this issue, I can also go into the distribution view where I can see all of my users and which flags they're getting. So in this case, 100% of my users are getting these flag sets. From here, I can jump into the replays view and see a replay of how the user was experiencing the problem inside of my application. I can see here there's a problem in my checkout flow and it's throwing an error. If I take a look at Seer on the top right, it's telling me the backend v2 flag isn't enabled. So let's go check out our application. Inside of my application, I'm going to go into the feature flags tab, and I could come here and disable the new feature for just me to test it out. We can see everything goes back to normal. But since Seer already told me that that feature flag is missing, I want to go ahead and override the flag settings locally to try out enabling that feature flag to see if it fixes the problem. I'll go in here, I'll add a couple of items to my cart, do my checkout, and we can see it's working successfully and fix the issue. So now I can go ahead and roll out that backend v2 flag and fix my problem. We love feature flags at Sentry, and that's why we want to make them much more of a part of the core Sentry experience. So if you're using things like LaunchDarkly, StatSig, Unleashed, or even rolling your own homegrown feature flags, we want you to bring them into the platform and add them to that overall context of how to fix issues. We'd love for you to give it a try. Let us know how we can help. Talk to you soon.